Hello, can you guys hear me? Am I loud enough? Trying to set this up. Yeah, there we go. I'm at a good decent volume. Just plug in. Okie doke. Hey, welcome. Hopefully everything's going a-okay. Let's let's get the game started. Did it pause? It should be loading. I think it froze. Shoot, it froze. Let me just turn that off. Let me get it set it back up. This is what I was having experienced trouble with last time when I tried to stream this. You just try to stream one thing. Let me close this out. Come on. I might just play Diner Dash. That Diner Dash is. I might just play Diner Dash. That's a little bit better. No Sonic today. Sorry. Let me set up Diner Dash. There we go. It should be working now. No, not that. Come on. Okay, there we go. Should be better now. Yep, there we go. Diner Dash is up. I don't know if it might be a little bit laggy right now. My stream right now, OBS is saying it's the CPU's at like 37.5 and the frames are 30 frames per second. But yeah, it's going. This is good. This is good. Let's play some Diner Dash. You know what? I'll add back. I'll add a colorful background. I'll add a background. Let's choose a nice background. I should have set this all up from the get go. There we go. I'll just stretch out tails over there and like stretch it. And I'll find a better background. Let me find a better background because this one's not gonna work. You know what? For a background like this, it deserves a good a nostalgic background. Something that we all remember. Okay, fit to screen. Stretch. Oh, stretch to screen. There we go. Let me just. Yep, there. That's so much better. Okay, let's play some Diner Dash. Everybody remembers playing this game. This game is literally what people had on their computers as like a small kid. Okay, let's play. I used to play this a lot with my sister. It was one of those fun games where me and my sister would hog over the computer in Sims 2. My sister has like almost the whole collection of Sims. She would always let me play and I would always make my people green and she would be like, "Why are you making your people green?" And like, "I want them to be aliens." "Why do you keep making your people fat, Skippy?" "Cuz that's how you have babies. Duh." That's not how you have babies. I was a dumb kid. I don't know how babies were made. Somewhere in a dreary office, these spreadsheets are driving me crazy. Hey, Flo, here's today's equity index report. Oh, man. This Pete, this, this piss reports are for you too, Flo. These two, Flo. Flo, Flo. Ah! I gotta lose these guys. Flo. Man, there's got to be something better than this. That's it. I'll go into the fast food industry. Nothing's ever bad when you join fast food industry. Yeah, let's play. Okay. Okay, order. For some reason, hold on a sec. Let me pause. I can't hear the volume. Wait a second. Is my volume down? Ah, I can't hear anything. No, it's not muted. Hold on a second. Ah, shoot. The volume, there's no music. I'm gonna have to reset this. And I really don't want to do that. Your customers. Drag them over. First customer's order. I like how the arrow points to that one, and then I have to get to that one. What happened to the genre of like Diner Dash games? Because that's I don't know what's the genre of Diner Dash. Is it just like is it, would it be counting as a multitask simulator of some sort? I don't know, but yeah. Okay, pause, quit game, options. I do not hear any music. I do not hear any sound. Do I have my volume down, my headset? No, it's up. Oh, yeah, it can hear me. But for some reason, oh, I don't have it mapped to in audio input. That's what's wrong. Nope, that doesn't work. You know what? I'll just play some public domain music so that way it's a little bit better. So it's not just like really quiet. Or I might just have to, you know, quit the game and then like reinstall it. Good grief. All just because I want to play one game. There we go. There's the sound. That's really loud. Okay. Testing if the audio's like matched up. I'm wasting a lot of time. Let me turn up the volume a little bit. There we go. It should be better now. Because I can hear it. Okay, let's play some Diner Dash. You don't see a lot of like games that you don't see any more Diner Dash clones. Half of the Diner Dash games are like on mobile now, and some of them aren't. Most of them aren't really good. Come on, cook faster. Like, this is one of those games that you would play during like when like it was computer time and your teacher would let you play games like this. It was really fun. Hurry up and eat. Get done eating. No, go back. I know by accident sometimes you can like accidentally throw away their food and the cook will have to cook a new one. Goal completed. But I just remember playing this with my sister and my cousins. It was really fun. Like, have you ever had your favorite cousin sleep over for a night and like it's really fun? It's like a big sleepover. I remember doing that. It was really fun. Don't get upset. I'm trying to do. I'm a one-person team. I'm just focusing. I'm probably not talking a lot. But I really wish I had Sims 2, because my sister has the whole Sims collection. I wonder if she wouldn't mind letting me borrow it or not. If I could just like call her and be like, "Hey, sis, can I borrow Sims 2 or Sims 3 and like play it?" And she'll probably say, "Buy your own game." Oh shoot, forgot to take the dishes. There we go. Met the goal. From what I know, if you sit them in the right seat, like if you match up the colors, you get bonus points. I don't know if that's true or not. All I know is that you're just supposed to feed the people and make sure that you get money. Okay, let's sit you there. Have you guys ever, like... I love my sister, and like, when I play this game, it reminds me of her. But have you guys ever had like a sibling that says, like, if you do something for me, I promise I'll give you something in return? My sister would always do that. And she would always be like, if you do this for me, I'll give you something special. And I'll be like, okay. And I would always do that one thing for her. And she would never return that thing that she would say that she would give back to me. And I would be like, where's my surprise? And she'd be like, well, you just have to wait. I waited. Where's my surprise? I don't think she ever given me a surprise in half of my life. Okay. Let's sit you over here. If she's watching this, or if my mom, like, because sometimes family members will watch. No, I accidentally threw away the food. I accidentally threw away the food. I hate when you do that. Imagine like a cook wasting all that, like doing all that time, and then accidentally throwing away all the food. Switch. I think people would be literally upset. Do you think is there like a restaurant where like if a waiter accidentally throws away the food, they'll go back through the garbage and like bring the food back out? I know that sounds disgusting, but like, there's some restaurants out there. I mean, like, look at Kitchen. If you ever watch Kitchen Nightmares, like with Gordon Ramsay, there's literally restaurants that reheat their food and they don't cook it properly, like preheated dinners. Okay, gotta meet my goal. Met my goal. 3 stars. That's what I have to go for. And nobody got upset. I gotta be faster and be quicker. But like I every single Saturday, I love when Saturday felt like Saturday. Saturdays don't feel like Saturdays anymore. They just feel like another day to me. But like when I was younger, spending Saturday with my older sister was the best because me and her would both rush to the computer room in our house, and she would put on Sims. She would put on Sims 2 or 3, and we would spend most of our day just like making up families and like seeing them grow. And like she would be like, "Okay, you add in a few family members, I'll add in a few family members," and I'll be like, "Okay." And then she would get mad at me and she'd be like, "Stop making people green." I'm like, "I want aliens. You can get aliens in the game." "Yeah, but I want aliens now. I don't want to wait like a month." Okay, there we go. When you're little, you don't know how like I used to make all my Sims fat because that's how you think babies are made. You think people just get fat. You don't know. Little kids don't know you have to go through all these like loops and holes just to have a kid. You think women just get fat and then boom, pregnant. That's how my mind worked as a kid. I used to think potatoes. I used to think popcorn was made from potatoes. I used to think that. Like if something that you like, you think it's something else. It's just how that's just how little kids think. Okay, waiting just for them to eat. Oh shoot, I have no room for them. Get out, Blues, get out, get out, get out. But yeah, like it used to be fun. I love spending time with my sister. Me and her used to back when like YouTube didn't like have like weren't really strict about what you could upload, like copyright. Me and her used to watch like we literally watched like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and then Chobits all on YouTube back when YouTube was like upload anything. We're not really watching until they got bought out by like Google. I think they got bought up by Google. Yeah. Okay. Eat, 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 eat. Hurry up. Eat. But it was fun watching stuff with my sister. No, stop. I should hang out more with my sister. Everybody should hang out more with their siblings. But it just doesn't feel like me and her have much in common anymore. And it feels like I would just be wasting her time for her hanging out with me. Even though, like, most of the time she always, like, sometimes she'll call me, or whenever she visits, she'll be like, "Why don't you come hang out with me?" And I'm like, "You have a family, and I don't..." I mean, like, it just sort of feels awkward, because, like, you're sort of like the third wheel in the family. I remember whenever my older cousin would come, me and my cousin, my sister, and me would play a game. We would play pretend, and we would call. And my cousin's sister made up a game called Girl. Basically, they were both girls, and they were like working middle class women, and they would have an apartment, which would be my sister's room, and they would go to fake work and like pretend stuff like that. And like I wanted to play too, so I wanted to roll. And they said, "You could be boy," and I was like, "No, I don't want to be boy." So I gave myself the name. I was Crazy Boy or Danny Olito, and I would always like go into their house, take their food, and then leave out. And then they would be like, "Where'd all our food go?" Crazy Boy took it. And then after we got done playing that, we would play Barbie Dolls. Barbie Dolls is like my sister sort of upgraded from playing with Barbie Dolls to playing with The Sims. Basically, Sims are virtual Barbie dolls. She went from playing with them physically to playing with them virtually. Okay, there we go. It's just really fun. I remember playing Barbie dolls with my sister and my cousin. Like, my sister had like 2 houses. One was like the big family house, and the other one was like the suitcase portable doll house. My cousin would usually get that, while my sister got like the big doll house. And whenever I played, my characters had no place to live. So what they did for me is they gave me a shoebox. So my characters, because like, usually my sister and my cousin would take all the good dolls, and I'll be left with like the one dog that's not fully articulated. Only their like arms and legs can move up and down. So I was left with him. Plus his head came off whenever you like twisted it off too hard. And his name was Crazy Man. Basically, Crazy Man would go into the Barbie dolls of the other Barbie dolls' houses, eat all their food, and like leave. And like whenever have you ever seen little kids play Barbie dolls? Because I experienced it when I was really little. And like, my cousin, my sister, and me made up like some weird drama stuff. Where like, I thought you were the father. Oh, I'm the father. And it was like really deep. And I'm just like, it just gets really, really dark. Cause like, cause like my sister would have like a baby mama while we were playing Barbie dolls. And like, when you're a kid, you don't know what a baby mama is. You just think, oh, that's the baby's mom. Mom, that makes common sense. It was just really dark, and whenever Crazy Man would just pop off his head and just do random stuff, and my sister and my cousin would get upset because they would be like, Crazy Man's ruining the moment. No, he's making it better because his head popped off at the right time because it was really intense dramatic effect. And then my sister got like this Barbie doll. I think it was the Midge doll, where it has like a pregnant stomach. It wasn't like the one where like the baby's literally encaved inside of the mom. It was like where it's a magnetic stomach. You're able to just put it on. You're just able to like put it on, and the baby just like holds in there. It was really fun. Oh shoot, forgot. I didn't meet my goal. I want to try to see if I can meet my goal, but I'll go back to that level. Okay, let's get you guys there. Come on, hurry up and order. I want these red guys to order real quickly. There we go. I might not meet my goal because I wasn't fast enough. But like, playing with your siblings is really fun because you guys build off one another's imagination. That's what made us closer. I remember when me and my cousin and my sister got a little bit older, like around like my cousin was in her teens, my sister was in her going into her teens, and I was about to start going in. I was still like up to my double digits. And I remember we played Girl for the very last time, and my mom and dad moved to like a bigger house. Shoot, messed up the. Shoot, I messed up. God, I want to try that again. Besides, I want to go back to this one. We played we played Girl for the very last time, and like we made each part of the house, like our room. Since we had like bigger rooms, each house was like our home. So it was really sad to see that like be the last time we played Girl. Cause like it was fun. It was really fun playing pretend. I think that's what some kids are missing, like imagination. And I know that sounds typical. Oh, kids nowadays they spend too much time on the internet, and they're not imagining enough. But like I still, whenever I have time, I take out my little cousins, from like my older cousin, from the one I said that we play Girl with. Like they still have imagination inside of them, and I'm glad that that's able to grow. Come on, there we go. Come on, hurry up, hurry up. It's almost closing time, so why can't real life be like Diner Dash, where it's simple to like get a job and just do it? Everything always has to be complicated. There we go. That spaghetti, that doesn't look like spaghetti. It looks like brains. There we go. I'll just wait until. Oh, they finished first. Hurry up. Finish eating. I'm so glad I did not like. I'm so glad I didn't like give them a seat. Who's gonna? There we go. There we go. Chaining it. I was so close too. Imagine the waiter waiting, like imagine the hostess or waiter waiting at your table and just waiting until you get done. And as soon as you like, that was the good, you get the last piece of ravioli off your plate, they automatically rushly take it and walk away. And they're like, "Pay now." Are there restaurants that do that? trying to get a perfect star in it. I gotta get... I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm making sure... Like, I'm trying to combo the seats, making sure everybody sits together. I might have to just skip this level and keep playing mediocrely. Have you guys ever gone to, like, a place that you guys went to when you guys were little? And, like, it's now destroyed? Like a childhood home or a childhood arcade? And now it's destroyed? Like, that sucks. Because, like, because, like, it had so many memories. Because, like, I remember there was this mall. It was down, like, in the suburbs. And, like, they used to have this, George Washington peanut exhibit. And, like, it was really fun. I remember either my sister or my sister's class or my class, when I was younger, went to it. Oh, shoot. I messed up. Oh, shoot. I accidentally moved it because I was clicking on the wrong screen. No, don't get mad. It's not my fault. I messed up because I clicked on the wrong window. You know what? I might as well just restart this. I know I should stop restarting it. There. Sit. But yeah, seeing like old childhood places and homes, just it's sort of sad. Because like all the memories that you built there are now, well, they're not gone, but the place where you could probably take your kids or friends or cousins, they'll never experience it. Keep clicking out the window. I have it on a small window so I can keep better track of it. Hurry up and decide what you're gonna eat. There we go. But I also miss like Flash websites because those used to be really fun. Because like, during school, one of the great websites to go to was like Y8 or Friv. And you guys would play those games where like it was a game like it was a game similar to like Worms where you name a bunch of stickmen and you shoot more of the opponents. You guys take turns. That was fun. Like early internet was fun. Not saying that like current internet sucks, but like it was they weren't scared. They weren't scared like a little bit now. Because, like, you have to be careful what you put on the internet now. Well, back then, everybody was like, you know what? The internet's for everybody. I don't care. And then I know that sounds really edgy, but early 2000s internet was pretty edgy. I like how they get angry for trying to seat them. Imagine a waiter telling you where, like, who in your family should sit at certain places. Like, okay, Grandpa, sit on the right side. No, I don't think Grandpa should sit on the right side. Why are you telling my family where to sit? I mean, like, you gave us a table. We should be able to decide where we can truly sit. No, I don't think Grandpa should sit on this side. I'll just wait until these two blues get done eating. Whoops, accidentally forgot about you guys. I'm so sorry. Almost set. I'm probably not gonna make it. I'm just gonna fail again. These people are just those people are just gonna be really angry if I shake them. There we go. Got their colors up. Do magenta colors actually matter? Because I don't really know. Yeah, I'm not gonna meet my goal. I'm sorry if I keep resetting. I just wanted like a perfect game, like a strike. Okay, got you guys sit it quickly. I sometimes go back to my childhood places and like take my little cousins there, and they're like, "Wow," and I'm like, "Yeah, this is where I used to go when I was little." It's good to build more memories. Okay. Eat faster. Eat. There we go. Okay, now I'm on a good track roll. Hurry in order, please. How long does it take to order something? When I get to when like restaurants get back open, please order something. Oh god. I gotta wait until this party gets done. Nope, this party's done. But I want to try to match the colors so I have a good color rhythm. It's just sort of creepy how a waiter would just hover over your table. I know some places do that. Hurry up, eat faster. You know what? Screw it. There's not a lot of people, so they get double boosts. But there's another thing. You know how like games now they're not really finished, but they're adding in updates like overtime updates. I'm getting sick and tired of that. Like I want to play a game that's fully finished. You're not gonna order a burger piece by piece by piece and then like pay extra for extra stuff that you want. Be happy. Stop. Don't be sad. There. See, a new table's open up. Oh wait, no, not that area. But I'm getting sick and tired of games where like Oh, here's a new game. It's not finished, but we're gonna add updates over time and patch notes. I want a game that's fully finished. Sure, there's a few glitches in there, but that's because people found them, or like, speedrunners. They'll find glitches or bugs in almost anything, even if it's a fully polished game. Even if it's a new game, they'll find a bug in it. I didn't get like 7,000. How do you get 7,000 on this one? But like, I'm sick and tired of like game developers giving out a not fully finished game and then just saying, we'll fix it in too loud. We'll fix it in updates or fix it in post. We'll just say that we're adding new updates. I'm getting sick and tired of that. And like, if you think about it, also, when buying like game subscriptions, and like subscriptions are you're just renting something. That's what a subscription is. You don't physically own it. If you have like Disney Plus or whatever, you don't own the game. You not game. If you have like Disney Plus, you're not you're renting the show. You don't actually own the show. You don't have like the DVD copy. That's why some people still like buying DVDs and not Blu-rays, because Blu-ray menus suck. It's like, menus used to be like interactive and fun. But now they're just sort of boring and bland with a PNG of the actors or the movie. Like, oh shoot, messed that up. You know what? I'm quitting. Gonna restart. I can do that better. I can get 6,000. There. Come on, somebody up here. Okay, reds only. But I'm getting sick and tired of how game companies just like, they expect us to keep buying something because we trust in them, because we know they're gonna put out something good. Like, well, this game developer put out something good before. Why should I why should I worry if it's gonna be bad or not? I think that's what some people call a clueless buyer. Don't be sad, don't be mad. Here, have some coffee. Tip me. There we go. I gotta multitask. I gotta focus. There we go. There we go. But I just want to play a fully finished game without having to buy DLC, just so I can enjoy it. Like, a lot of people, like, Pokemon Sun and Moon, not Pokemon Sun and Moon, Pokemon Sword and Shield is like one of the games, like, a Pokemon game should have at least over 300 Pokemon in it, at least, or 200. And like, why am I paying extra for extra regions that should have been in the game in the get-go? I just want to play a fully finished game that actually took time and effort to make. But it feels like there wasn't any time and effort made into it. Also, have you guys ever felt like you're slowly going out of touch with your friends? Because that's how I feel at times. Like, I haven't talked to my friends in quite a while. I know they have their own lives and they're busy with stuff, but like, at times I wouldn't mind talking to them and seeing how things are up. And like, you know how you used to laugh and bond with your friends, but now like it feels like you guys don't have anything in common, and it feels like you're the only one trying to keep the friendship alive. I'm not saying that I am, but like, I know some friends feel like that, where like they acknowledge that you exist, but you don't really contact them as much. And like some friends have troubles, and like other friends start falling out with misunderstandings, and like it just tears down the whole friendship. I like, I just hope things get better. And like, you don't want to cause more trouble because like, oh, they said this or they said that, and like people are getting misinformation from different people, and you just want everybody to be like happy. I just want that. Oops, accidentally clicked out the window again. There we go. Just trying to focus right now because I'm multitasking. There we go. Everybody's happy right now. But I just hope everything goes all right for people who are feeling like their friendship is slowly dying. Also, that's another thing. Like, not to sound rude to people on the internet, but like, if you make friends on the internet, they're not really your friends, they're acquaintances. They're acquaintances, if anything. Because you don't really know them, and they don't really know you. I want to get the reviewer to be happy. Okay, let's get you guys over there. But like, they're acquaintances. You don't really know about them, and plus, making friends on the internet is like really dangerous because you don't know if one of them might backstab you or some of them are just using you. Here, have some coffee. I'll just wait until... Wrong people. There we go. I like how they order almost like at the time the restaurant closes. I hate the fact that I'm not getting like a bunch of stars. I don't know how. Like, is there like a Diner Dash speed run? Because if there is, I would love to see how a person like gets a bunch of stars. Yeah. Slowly. Like, look at this old game. It just brings nostalgia. They didn't even click back. clip her out properly, because you can still see like the white, little tiny white aspects around her, like the white pixels. Oops, no, resume. Okay. Check out the new entrance. We're sure get the new customers. Patient and slow, but don't tip as well. Another good shift and will make this. Seniors are patient and slow. They don't tip well. That's sort of like a middle finger to senior people saying that, oh, they take too much. Well, some senior, I'm not trying to sound rude to seniors, but like they do take a long time, and like they think that tipping smaller will help people. Table 6. I like how table 6 ordered straight away. I see what they mean by like slow. Thank you for waiting. At least they're patient. The patient part is really good, because that way I don't have to worry about it. But the bad thing is that since they're slow, they eat slower. Come on, go, go, go. Shoot, I clicked out the window again. Come on, hurry up. Oh yeah, that reminds me of another thing. When I was little, I used to have like this weird like fascination with Chinese people, to where I would, because like whenever my grandmother would watch me and my cousin and my sister, I would always sit in the living room and watch the Chinese like channel, and like for the news, and they would be like, oh, today in Chinese news, and they would speak in their native language, and my sister would just come in and be like, what the heck are you watching? And I'm like, I'm watching Chinese people. Because I thought Chinese people made anime, and like because that's how I thought it was made. And so I remember when my older cousin, one of my older cousins, prom was coming up for them, and prom was coming up, and we went down to Chinatown to pick out like one of those Oriental dresses like in Indiana Jones. I remember one of the women, I remember when my cousin was trying on the dresses, this is a different cousin, not the cousin that I played girl with. I remember saying to the Chinese lady going, Ching Chong Wong. And like I tried to say, I wasn't saying like Ching Chong Wong. I was like actually trying to repeat what I heard on the TV. And the woman was like, what? And my mom was like, she was like, no. She made me, I think if I remember correctly, she made me like bow to forgiveness. Like she put my head down, and like she was like, I'm so sorry. And the Chinese lady was like, no, it's okay. A lot of kids think they can speak Chinese. I have not gone back into that dress store since, and I don't even think that woman works there anymore. I think she's retired. And like that day changed her life. She's just like, why'd that kid try to speak Chinese? like certain cultures fascinate me. Like a lot of people like the Japanese culture, and like something that's strange to you slowly starts to become fascinating. like you want to know more about it. You want to know more. You want to learn about their likes, their dislikes, and like their heritage, which actually is nice. A lot of people take time into it. Some other people just like it because of a certain thing. Like, okay, there's this thing called otakus. Basically, some otakus think they know everything about Japan, but mainly they just focus on the anime side of it. Like only the media, like cartoons, video games, like amusement parks, stuff like that. But yeah, like they only like it because of a certain thing. There we go. Thank God for old people. I remember when I first got introduced into anime. My mom and my dad were like big, well not big, but they like anime because they like had. It's like, you know how sometimes parents have like a secret DVD case and stuff like that. Like, okay, kids, you're not supposed to watch this. Don't go into the secret area where we keep all our adult videos. Like I remember, cause like my mom and dad had like this little tiny cabinet that had like a bunch of DVDs or VHS tapes. There we go. And like, I remember always going to the DVD cabinet or like the VHS cabinet and watching the stuff that they told us not to watch and being like, whoa. Because I remember one time I watched Sin City and it was a movie about like demons and like it was like I think it was like what's that saying? Like, it's inspired, but like it's a reference, not a reference. Symbolism. It's a symbolism for like the birth of Christ. Like Sin City was like a symbolistic. It was like symbolism for the birth of Christ, in a way. And like my older cousin was like into Inuyasha and Pokemon and Digimon. I don't know why people like Digimon. Like with Pokemon, you actually live in the world with the Pokemon. Digimon's all virtual; it's not real. I don't like Digimon. I'm a Pokemon guy. Like, who wouldn't want to own their literal own pet that you're able to fly around on? And like you can do it anytime you want. Not Digimon, because they live in a digital world. That's like I mean, like, sure, in that world they're still real because they cross over into the real world. But like, that's like a extra mile just to go, just so you can hang out with them. With Pokemon, you just go into a forest, be like, hey, let me capture you, and then boom, you capture them. Okay, let's get this started. I want to get a good start on this. I'm sorry if I'm not talking. I'm trying to concentrate because I'm trying to get like a big score. Have you guys ever went to a restaurant and like felt the other person's like the person's like the last person who was sitting there, their warmth, like the cushion, like the mold they left? Like I have gone to certain restaurants to where I can still feel the mold of the person who was sitting there before. Oh shoot, I forgot about these two old guys. There we go. Yeah, let's drag you guys over there. One of my favorite restaurants is now gone because, like, I think the guys retired. The people who were running it retired. That's a shame. Like, it was a good restaurant. I loved their pancakes. And now I can't go back to it. But at least I was able to take, like, my little cousins there for the last time. Hurry up and order. There we go. Oops. I'm trying to get there we go. Shoot, messed up the seating. I reached my goal, but like I didn't get expert. Go. There we go. Yeah. At least I didn't lose any tables. At least that's the thing. I want to know that like sound effect that they use for that. Okay, there we go. Color match. Color match. There has has anybody ever been to any restaurant where the service was that poor and actually made people want to leave? Because like I never been to a restaurant where the service was that poor it made people want to leave. There we go. But like, I never been to a restaurant where it was that bad, where we had to leave. But there are some good restaurants. I've been like, one of my favorite restaurants that I like to go to with my family is like Leona's. Leona's is a good Italian restaurant. I love their like garlic bread. Their garlic bread is delicious. And like their pizza's good too, because like one of my favorite pizzas is thin crust. I hate stuffed crust. Oops. There we go. There we go. Like, garlic bread is one of those foods that you could literally eat. Like, I could eat forever and never get sick and tired of it. And I know a lot of people like to say stuff like that, but like, it's just so good. It just really is so good to eat. Like, if there was like is there such a thing as a garlic bread meatball sub? Because I would eat that. A garlic bread meatball sub. Because that actually does sound good. There we go. Everybody's sitting at a respectable table. Oh shoot, I forgot about table 1. There we go. Everybody's sitting at a... Shoot. There we go. I'm just trying to focus right now. I'm sorry if I'm not talking. Because I'm trying to get like... Because I'm close... Because every single time when I get close to the expert score, I never get close enough. Do I literally, do I literally have to be on top of them? Cause like, if I just stay at the table, will they give me more? Shoot. Only 3 out of this 7. Okay, let's do better in this one. In school, I was sort of like the weird kid in a sense. Yellows. There we go. Like, I wasn't popular, because, like, a lot of people say, like, oh, that stuff that you see on TV, like jocks, cheerleaders, stuff like that, that's not real. It depends on the school that you went to, because it was real in the school that I went to. There were popular kids, unpopular kids, kids that were outcasted. All because they were, like, different and stuff. Like, depending on where you grew up, that's the school that was, like, you know... Like, there is a hierarchy in schools. Okay, 30. Okay, 20 if I get there early. These blues gotta finish up eating. Come on, hurry up. Just gotta wait until these guys get done eating and then I'll... I hate it when I always click out the window. There we go. Get that. I'm not gonna meet my goal, and I don't know what I did wrong. Does matching up the colors really count? I don't know for sure. I could have had 5 stars, but I didn't. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna play this, but it's nice to play old games because sometimes sometimes it surprises you how much you remember from your past. This is where it starts becoming difficult because you're gonna have to start sitting like 2 people and they waste up time. The tables are a little bit too close together. Like, imagine somebody scooting back and like you get like lifted forward. Good. These red guys over here. Jeez, these guys are eating slow. There we go. I just think of mustard and ketchup whenever I see yellow and red together. It's like, have you guys ever seen like two colors together and you just think of something else? Like, that chef in the background looks like Mr. Game & Watch with an eye. Imagine literally living in a society where everybody wears like similar colors. Oops. Okay, shipped clothes. I'm not gonna make expert, but at least I made my typical goal. Because this is gonna start getting harder from here. You guys finally decided what to order all this time? Jeez. There we go. Have you, okay, like every kid at a certain age has like a traumatic experience, like they break a certain part of their body, they learn something new, or they seen something that they weren't supposed to see. Like, I never broke any part of my body, but I have cut off my finger. And I remember exactly how it went. I remember, like, you know those apple dicers? Like, you're able to push down on them, and like the cord turns into like a cylinder, and like the apple slices will fall out, like those apple cutters. My mom had one, and like I was like really little. I was like around 6 or 5 or 4, mainly like around 6 or 5, and like my mom was busy. She was probably taking a shower or doing something else. And I remember saying, like, I can't find the apple slicer because I wanted my apple slices. And my mom was like, why don't you just eat the apple as the way it is? And I was like, So I went into the kitchen, took out the biggest knife I could find, and was like, okay. I didn't hold down the apple. I held down the apple like the wrong way, where like my thumb was exposed. I cut it, and like I hear a little. I look down. See, and like I feel the pain. I see, like, I cut through to the point where I can see my bone, and I'm just like, and I run upstairs saying, I cut myself, and everybody's like freaking out because like my cousins were over that day. So my dad had to drive my mom and me to to the nearby clinic. The clinic had to like sanitize my hand, wrap it up in a bandage, and then like sew it. And like I was like, she was like, oh my god, and like most mothers feel that it's their fault because like of the something happened to their kid. It's like, oh, just eat the apple the way it is. Oh, I should have cut the apple the way you wanted it. And some parents feel that way. And like I remember that day, I got McDonald's and everything was better. I was like, I cut my hand and I got McDonald's. This is the best day ever. I bet my mom feels really like guilty for the fact that she didn't wash the apple strainer, even though it's not her fault. It was my stupid head fault. It was like my blockheaded self. Oh, I should have washed it. I should have not ignored you. I'm the one who cut himself. I'm the one who didn't listen. You said to eat the apple the way it was. I didn't listen. It's not your fault. I love you, Mom. I did like a lot of stupid stuff. I was the kid in the family that hurt themselves the most, but I never truly went to the hospital. They would usually be like, "Oh my God, is he okay?" And then my mom would be like, "Oh, he's fine." And she'd be like, "Are you okay?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fantastic." But my sister went to the hospital more because I don't know if I should disclose this information. She had asthma, it was basic kid asthma stuff. Like she would get out of breath. She would have she would pass out. Stuff like that. And my sister went to the hospital more than I ever did. And when you're a kid, you think, "Oh wow, the hospital, you can just go there for free and you get better." Wow. Nope. I remember I went to the hospital in 2019. I went to the hospital because when I was working in retail, my hand was feeling numb because my boss was because our sewer pipes backed up in the storage room. He was like, "Okay, clean this, Skippy." And I'm like, "Okay, are you gonna give me any sanitation gloves or anything?" He was like, "Nope. Just work with this broom and some bleach. Take some bleach off the store shelf and use that to clean." So I had no gloves. I had no gloves. I had no sanitation besides the bleach and the mop. And I went and cleaned, and there was little poop clods. I could literally see the poop clods. And he gave me no rubber gloves or anything to clean it, so I had to be really careful. And I was wearing shoes because my shoes got dirty to the point where I literally had to go into the store and buy new shoes from the store that I was working in. and my hands started tingling, I couldn't feel it, and I felt numbness. I was like, I can't feel anything. It feels like my hand's asleep. I kept punching my hand. I kept putting my hand in warm water to see if you know how when you put your hand in warm water, it automatically makes you want to pee. Like that. It wouldn't do it. I put my hand in scalding hot water and it was numb and I couldn't do it. And I was like, "Oh no." So I called my boss and I asked could I skip work today so I can go to the doctor because I can't feel my hand. He was like, "Oh, fine. I'll let take. Well, you better come back to work after the hospital appointment." And I'm like, "I don't know if I can come back to work because my hand's literally numb and I don't know if I can pick up packages and assort stuff because of this." He was like, "Oh, fine." And so I go to the hospital and I go to the emergency room and the woman's like, "Okay, what you come in for?" And I'm like, "My hand's numb when I you know how you put your hand underneath the sink?" And I explained everything to her and she was like, "Okay, let me see if anything's good." So she took her finger out and she was like, "Follow my finger." And I was following her finger back and forth really the way I followed it to the T. And the woman was like, okay. And then she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna touch your hand. Do you feel anything?" She kept pushing down on it. And she was like, "Can you feel this?" And I'm like, "No, I can't feel any of it." And she was like, "Okay." And then she left. And she was like, "Okay, I brought back my associate." And the associate was like, "Okay, follow my finger." And he did the same thing the nurse did. And I'm like, I just want my hand to feel better. I just want to feel again. I just want to feel again. Is that so wrong? So the doctor, he does the same thing the nurse did, and I'm just like, "Oh, please." And they were like, "Okay, we'll give you a diagnosis. You can go back to work." And I'm like, I can't feel anything. I can't really lift up. anything. It took me a while to literally take out my bus card just so I can like get on the bus and like, you know, get here. And they're like, oh, okay. So they told me to go back to work with this numb hand of mine. And I went back to work, and my boss is like, "You're not doing as well as you used to. You used to be like my star employee." And I'm like, "Whoa! For one, my hand is numb, and I can't feel a thing." And my manager's just, he doesn't understand the fact, and like he's like, okay, do you have a cast? And I'm like, no. And like the doctors literally wrote like saying, oh, on like my release form, like I wasn't hospitalized for the doctor. I just went down there and they gave like the back to work form saying like, oh, hand numb, that's it. He can work. And I remember I remember literally going back to work, and my boss was like, yeah, get one of those arm castings from off the shelves. So I'll pay for it. That's yours now. No, and I was like, thanks for letting me have this, but like my arm still hurts. I can't feel it. And like that's when I knew I had to quit that job, because like my manager didn't care. He didn't give me the right stuff, and like he didn't know how to manage. Cause like I remember one day we got a shipment of like a bunch of Halloween stuff and Easter stuff. Cause like sometimes in stock rooms and retail, from my experience when working, we would get the, like, say for instance it's Halloween. We would get Christmas stuff really early so we can just like put it out later. And my manager's just like, oh, okay, yeah, just stack it up. We stack it all the way up as much as we could, to the point where it literally looked like a second-story building. And I mind you that this isn't like your big retail store. This is like I used to work in a Family Dollar, and like, you know how big Family Dollars are depending on the store size, depending on like the location that they are in. And like that's when I knew I had to quit my job, because my manager didn't know how to manage. And like I got the job through one of my friend's parents, because like they really liked me, and I was like, thank you so much. And their parents are really nice. But like, God, my manager, no offense to my manager, he's an okay guy, but like he didn't know how to manage in a sense. And then like when I because like over time I needed to get another job, and it turns out I called back my friend's mom to see if like she would let me, if she had any new offers or new places where I could work. And like my friend's mom was like, those guys can wait. I just got to make them happy. There we go. But yeah, like my manager didn't know how to, he wasn't, it just felt like he didn't know how to run it. It just didn't. Good grief, oh God, we're racking up with a bunch of people. I gotta make them happy. These old guys are taking a long time. Okay. Okay, you guys can sit there. I'm so glad and like after I got a new job, it turns out I was working with my old manager again. It was the same manager, but different store, same manager. And I'm just like, oh god, oh, please let this be a normal employment with the same manager. No way. Oh. my manager's a good guy, but like he didn't really know how to run it. Plus, also, he didn't give me like whenever you go to work, always ask for like the files, your W-2 and stuff like that. My manager did not like give me copies of my W-2 the store the store that I worked at, they were like, okay, go to the employee portal and print out the W-2 yourself. Your job should be able to give you a file of like all the stuff that your blood test, your pee test, your drug test, your past employment, your new employment, stuff like that. They should give you like a file or an envelope stating like all the stuff that previously on your record in your W-2 for information. I mean, like, sure, I can print it out, but like I want the company to be like, yes, we read through this. We didn't just skim through it and say like, yeah, sure, you can work. We don't care if you're a 10-time murderer. Yeah, you can work. I don't want that. God. I didn't meet my goal. I'm gonna have to restart. I like how she doesn't have a nose. We didn't earn enough this shift. Remember, the longer we do the same action, the bigger the chain bonus. The longer we do the same action. Oh, so if I get more receipts, the bigger the chain and I get more. Hold on a sec. I got something. I gotta go faster. It's one of those really. Does anybody remember that old Disney Junior show, Stanley? Like Stanley's Book of Everything? And like I know in the intro it's like it has like the same sound effect. It has the whoo sound. Let's try this again. Okay. Sheesh, calm down. Those guys can wait. I'm trying to build up these guys' happiness. These guys gonna be really long, so I'll just wait. Okay, you guys are faster. And like you guys over there. Okay, back to doing that. Like, yeah, like I miss old, like, here's a weird thing. How come kid shows, like kid shows that are made for like kindergartners to like first grade are deeper than shows that like are made for teenagers or like tweens or stuff like that? Because like I like, okay, my little cousin's like watching Disney Junior and like Nick Jr. And like I remember watching Sophia the First and thinking, oh, this is just gonna be about a little princess being like, what number is one? Good job, one. No, it's deeper than you think. It's about like a poor village girl with her mother. They don't have a father, and like you don't really, the father's not really mentioned that much, but like a poor village girl and her mother, like the mother falls in love with the king, and the king and the mother get together, and now Sophia's a princess by default because of, you know, her mother marrying the king. And like, so the show's called Sophia the First, and like the king gives Sophia a magical amulet because he's like, well, since you're new to the family, I know this is awkward, I'll give you a present to show that I love you. And like the magical amulet allows her to summon like Disney princesses, like a Final Fantasy VII summon. And like when she's like, oh no, I can't swim, Ariel will pop up. Like, it depends on the circumstance. Like, oh no, I'm scared of swimming. Don't worry, Sophia, it's me, Ariel from The Little Mermaid. You can swim, I'll teach you. And she'll be like, wow, thanks, Ariel. Oh no, I don't think I can sing. Don't worry, Snow White can sing. Wait, which princess is known for singing? All of them sing, but like none of them really have like the main trademark of singing. And then like I remember there was like a episode of Sophia the First where like the Princess Frog came on, like, you know, the Princess Frog one, the black princess. And I know that sounds rude, but I can say that because I'm black. But like she comes on and like she's like, don't worry. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, she's not a princess by default. Like almost every Disney princess is not a princess by default except for Ariel, Sleeping Beauty, Pocahontas. Pocahontas is more of a, technically she's a princess, but I don't know why they count Mulan as a princess. Mulan's not a princess. Like, if anything, she's the guards. She's like the captain of the guard's wife, which is usually second in command in a sense. But like, Mulan's not a princess, and I know some people add in some people like to add in yeah, Cinderella's not a princess either. Yasmin's a princess. She's a princess by default. Also, that's another thing. Disney, please stop making live action movies of beloved classics. It doesn't make it better. It makes it worse. Please stop. Like Disney classics, like everybody likes live action things. I wouldn't mind a live action something, like a live action adaptation of a video game. But sometimes it doesn't work. Because like sometimes it doesn't work, and like then you're stuck with something that's a pale imitation of the original. Like, pale imitations are really bad. The heart's not centered right. I'm not gonna meet my goal because I got it down to 1 star. I'm not gonna meet it. Yeah, I'm not gonna meet my goal. The longer I do an action, what did he mean by that? These old guys really don't tip well. I didn't even make half of the jar back. I think like would this count as a restaurant simulator? Okay, let's do endless shift. Oh, for a second it looks like a piece of poo by like the stars. I was like, let me try career one more time. No, no. Let's try endless shift. No. Okay, you sit. Okay, you two over here. If you look closely, the menus are inverted for the people who sit on the other side. Oh shoot, no, wrong people. But like over time, you just sort of start to live with it. I forgot what I was talking about. Like Disney princesses. Yes, like I was saying earlier, like kid shows are like little kid shows that you think would be made for like 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds are much deeper. Okay, let's upgrade. New table. Increases patience of waiting customers. Yes, I want that. Imagine having like a juggling mime in your restaurant just so customers don't pay attention to the fact that they're hungry. Mom, I'm hungry. Look at the juggling clown. Ooh, you're not hungry. You're not hungry. Wow, that clown makes me not hungry anymore. Why? Because he's unfunny? No, because he's creepy. Oh, shoot. Okay, what can I upgrade to? Podium, chat to the mood boost, Bobcat running shoes. Yeah. Okay. Like, some kid shows are really deep. Some aren't. They try to act deep. Like, I don't like to show. Like, I watched the show Steven Universe, and like, it's a show that has a bunch of filler, and then when they want to be serious, they go all in. And like, Steven's a Mary Sue. Basically, Steven's just a Mary Sue. Because, like, one of the episodes that I hate the most, which sort of proves the point that Steven's a Mary Sue, is the one where he literally takes over one of his, like, so-called friends' body, tries to change their life so everybody can like them, and then when the guy, like, snaps back to, like, oh wait, my body's not being taken control over anymore, everybody's like, wow, you're the best. He's like, I didn't ask for this. You took over my life, and like, everybody thinks that I'm this, but I'm truly not. And like, Steven's like, I just tried to help, and like, I didn't ask for your help, Steven. I never asked for your help at all. You took it upon yourself to help me, and I asked you for no help. Like, imagine the main character forcing his help on somebody, and it's not done in like a funny way. It's done in like a way where it would truly do it. Like, I know other shows like Gumball did it, but like, Gumball sort of did it a little bit better than Steven Universe. Oh God! I squished them. They're squished. They don't look right. Oh God. But yeah. Like, you wouldn't want somebody forcing your life to do something, and you literally told them, no, I don't want that, and they do it anyway. Okay, I can upgrade. Increases patience. Seated customers. Yes. It's stuff like that you sort of, like, hate. Jeez, these businesswomen are, like, they can't be patient. At least the men are patient. I notice all the men are, like, not, like, they're patient, a little bit more patient than the women. Oh, she almost threw that away. Okay, come on, hurry up, hurry up. I'm not matching up colors anymore. I'm just trying to get them seated as quickly as I can. There we go. I'm just trying to get us enough stuff so I can make the restaurant a little bit better. Okay, almost to my goal. There, up to my goal. Okay, drink station, serve master, make flow move faster. Yeah, that's much better. Sometimes when I double click, like, it won't register that I'm clicking on something, clicking on like the food. Like, have you guys ever wanted something to be turned into a TV show, and it got turned into a TV show, and like, but the TV show's not as good as you might have wanted it to be? Like, I remember when I was little, when like Diary of a Wimpy Kid and like Captain Underpants was like the best thing at school book fairs, and like finally they turned Diary of a Wimpy Kid into a movie, and they made Captain Underpants into a movie and a cartoon on Netflix, but like, it's not as it's not as good as you thought it would be. Like, it's still unique, but like, shit, thank you. Getting close. Like, ever since I was little, I always wanted a Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I always wanted a Lego movie, and like I always wanted Lego Sonic, and like all those things are coming real now. Like, if you stick around long enough on Earth, you'll be able to witness some great things. Sure, something you'll have to get through the bad times, but like, it's worth staying around. Oh, sorry, purple people. Okay, this is when saying yellow person, green person, blue person, and like green people is okay, because that's what they are in this game. Just like this. Jeez, I'm only one woman. calm down. They only took one bite of their food and they got done. Okay, old people are patient, but they're still rushed. I wouldn't mind like okay, update. Mercury airs. New table. Like, do you guys, there used to be this cookie I like to eat. There were like duplex cookies, and they tasted really good because they like had really creamy filling, like, and like I can't find those anywhere. And they weren't like a name brand; they were like an off brand that you would buy from like Save-A-Lot. I'm just gonna keep going until I actually start to lose. Go. I'm so glad I bought the shoes. Come on. Almost there. No, grab. I'm so glad the chef was like super fast at cooking. No. Go back in the window. There. No, go back in the window. Jeez, these people are on a lunch rush. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I'm sorry if I'm not talking. I'm just trying to concentrate. When you're little, you can't do it. But when you start getting older, you're able to multitask a little bit more. Well, I'm not multitasking right now because I'm not talking. But like I'm trying to be, like, you're trying to concentrate a little bit better. Okay, I want more tables. Why can't fast food service? This is literally called fast food service now. If you, hey, if anybody ever wants to make like a better, not saying that Diner Dash isn't good, but like a newer indie version of Diner Dash, call it fast feed or fast food or something like that, or fast freeze or fast frenzy or food frenzy or something like that. Complimentary, like I get 7% for that name. Like you can actually have a better story than just I used to work in a company. I didn't want to work in a company, and now I want to be more stressed out and working in restaurant. I have not lost any of my stars yet. Okay, the hearts are messed up now on this table. Oh, good grief. You know what? Screw it. It's too much. It's just too much, man. Oh god. But yeah, let's end it there. Let's end it there. Let's end it there. Let's just end it there. Good grief. I forgot how much you have to multitask on that game. Good grief. Oh wow, somebody actually commented in there. I'm so sorry, Sir Fourth. I didn't notice you. I wasn't looking in chat. I was trying to focus on the game. Oh god. Well, I hope probably next time I'll play a game that doesn't actually take away where I have to focus so much. I'll probably play Sonic the Hedgehog 2 next time. I promise I'll look at chat next time. I'm so sorry, Sir Fork. I'm so sorry. Well, that was fun. See you guys next time.